Okay, so in this video, we are going to be talking about how to properly set up your ladder on the roof so you can access it and the safest way possible to get on and get off it so we don't get injured. The number one thing I want you to be doing when you know you have to get onto roof is to mentally be looking at the roof and finding what are the best places to get on the roof. There's a few things that we want to look for. Number one, if we can find the lowest point, and even if it connects to the top point, that's a plus, but find the lowest access point so we don't have to be climbing extremely high. Number two, how steep is the pitch of the roof? I would rather not climb on the steepest part of the roof to get off the ladder, so let's look for the least steep part. Is the roof dry? Walking on dry shingles will always be easier than wet shingles, but the easiest place to get off and walk up or down a roof is going to be in the corners here where the two angles collide, because it's harder to get your balance when everything is like this. But if there's a corner, you can kind of wedge your way back and forth. So if we were looking at this house, for example, the best place to access the roof will be right in that corner there because it's the most secure footing that you're going to have. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to figure out what type of ladder you need. This is our 20-foot ladder. This is the one that we use the most often if we're just getting on a one-story roof. Now, if we need to get to the top roof up there, we would need a 28-footer, maybe even a 32-footer. If we are getting on the roof, one thing you absolutely need is these ladder standoffs. These are in place so that you don't lean the ladder up against the gutters and leave dent marks. Customers will be extremely upset if you're leaving dent marks. Every time you access a roof, you need to have a ladder standoff on it. Grab the ladder, know where you're going to go. We're going to this corner here, walk it, and be aware that we're not hitting things that are around us. What we're gonna go ahead and do, make sure we press the ladder down here. Make sure these toes are flat, because these move around. We don't wanna be placing a ladder down when the toes are uneven. Make sure the toes are even. Now let's walk this over here, and we're gonna go right in the corner there. And so what you'll notice is the ladder is not touching the gutters, the feet are level, and that this clamp is on. If it was a higher ladder, a higher roof, let me show you what we would do. You would stand this up, push this here, and push these clamps back. And that is going to extend the ladder. Let's go one more. But for this one, we obviously don't need that. And this is how you take it down. Push up on the ladder rung. It's going to activate these, and it'll just fall straight down. Ready? So just guide it down slowly with your hands. But for this example, we're going to use this one. So let it drop, push it up. See how this clamp is not on? Both of these clamps need to be on to make sure that this ladder doesn't fall. All right, now that the ladders are set up, let's go ahead and see how we can access the roof as safely as possible. All right, so when we're climbing the ladder, make sure that it's even. Make sure that the top ladder standoff is not on any slant. Make sure it's secure. Take one step to make sure it's secure. We're good. We're gonna use two hands when possible, because sometimes you'll need to bring equipment up. Make sure you at least have one hand on, and go slowly, slowly walk up. This will keep you nice and secure. The ladder won't bobble either way. There's two ways to do it. The easiest way is if you have a nice roof here, it's a lot easier to just walk to the side and get off it like that. See what I'm saying about the angles are helping me use my leverage like this. The other way would be, if we didn't have this roof right here, is to take a step here, one more, step off carefully, and now we're on the roof. When we're on the roof, you always need to be wearing boots. You need to get used to, this is slanted, right? So we're gonna be putting pressure on this leg so that we're not slipping around. And the easiest way to access roof is by using these corners, because we can put leverage on both sides. Okay, so now let's say we're ready to get down off the roof. The ladder will be in the same position that it was before. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're slowly gonna inch down, right? We're gonna grab on this. What I like to do is always just press to make sure it's secure. It's not gonna slip out. Go ahead, place this hand down here, this leg back. You want your momentum to be going this way, not backwards. So make sure you're putting as many points of contact onto the roof as possible. Step back onto here. I like to then press my hand down while this leg comes up. Down here, stand up, and now walk down nice and slow. The key on any roof is to have as many points of contact to the roof as possible. That will lower your chance of you falling. You want your gravity to be shifted on your back foot, and that if you were going to fall, you're going to fall this way and not that way. And then when we want to take the ladder down, we're going to lift it up away, grab it here, careful, and then just bring it down and place it. I'm going to show you how to extend it up. So you're going to push. These need to go up, up again, and even one more up here. So imagine you had just gotten a roof and this is how high it was. How would you get it down? You push at the bottom here. You can see the clip released, and now it's just going to slowly lower down. Make sure you hold it or it will drop on you. Make sure it's locked in, and now we've brought it all the way down. Drop it down, nothing's around me. And that's how you take it off the roof so that we have no injuries. That's how you get on the roof and off the roof without injuring yourself.